Hello, welcome to the introduction of Chapter 11 of the textbook HoyDia, Spanish 4. The topic of the chapter is at work, en el trabajo. This first presentation is of tema 1. There is a review of previous grammatical points. The first of those grammar points is the subjunctive. Remember, the hypothetical, non-factual, or very subjective ideas in a verb are expressed by the subjunctive form. The rule is E to A to E, or the irregular ones, GA for G verbs like venir, venga, etc. There is a new list of subjunctive triggers. Remember, expressions that trigger subjunctive. They expect, they need the next verb to be in subjunctive. Look at page 320 of the book, and you will find at the top of the page this new list of subjunctive triggers. Cuando, when, antes que, before, después que, after something happens, tan pronto como, as soon as something happens, y mientras, as long as. Let's think of these two sentences in English. Always when I come home, I rest, versus when I come home, I will rest. I hope you notice the difference between the two. The first example is a description of facts. Always when I come home, I always do. That's a fact. That verb come should not be in subjunctive, but in the indicative, because it's not hypothetical, it's factual. So in Spanish, it should be cuando vengo a casa, descanso. Remember, vengo is the Spanish one version of I come. So nothing strange, is the regular verb indicative that you learn in Spanish 1. But if you say, when I come home, I will rest, now the verb come, the action of coming, the coming is hypothetical. It might never happen. I might never come home. So it's non-factual. It's not a description of habits or facts. That verb come should be in the subjunctive. So in Spanish, it should be cuando venga a casa, descansaré. Descansaré, by the way, is in the future tense. Don't forget. You already learned the future tense in Spanish 3. So review that, but it's on page 3, 268 of the book. Basically, keep the verb in infinitive, in other words, with the R, ER, IR endings, and then add the future endings, which are basically these 5. E for yo, as for tú, a for él, ella, usted, hemos for nosotros, and an for ellos, ellas, ustedes. So I will eat. The future will be yo comeré. You don't have to say yo because the ending e, accented e, implies yo comeré. They'll speak, hablarán. That's future. Remember, there are some irregular future verbs, and they are on page 268. There is a little box, like pinkish color, to the left of your page on the left column. It's called ojo, that has irregular future verbs. Here you have a copy of that. So page 268, if you look at the second circle here, that's where the box is. So you have verbs like decir, to tell. So if you want to say I will tell, I will say, you say diré. Haber, there will be, habrá, future. Hacer, like I will do, I will make, haré. Poder, like I will be able to, podré. Poner, to put. You, my friend, you will put, pondrás. Querer, you will want, querrás. Saber, to know, you will know, sabrás. Salir, to go out, to leave. I will go out, saldré. Tener, I will have, tendré. And venir, I will come, vendré. The other little grammatical point in tema 1 is por or para. This preposition is very confusing for some. For por or para. My recommendation is learn what para means, what it entails, and then the rest is going to be por. My major idea for para is goal or destination. Every time you mean to say something like goal, destination, objective, in order to, on behalf of, that's a goal, that's a purpose, you should use the preposition para. A secondary use for para is opinion. Like, for me, it is good. We say para mí es bueno. It's an opinion. You should use para. So in sentences like this, you need to use para in all of these underlying expressions. I work for, and you trabajo para, and you, I live for God, vivo para Dios, I bought it for her, lo compré para ella, or I bought it for summer, lo compré para el verano. So her or summer, these are the goals of my buying something. I study in order to learn, or to learn, that's a purpose. Estudio para aprender. I go to, and you, voy a, and you could say that, or voy para, and you is a destination of your going. I leave, sorry, I should say leave, it's a typo. I leave for Cuba, salgo para Cuba. Por then is anything else. Duration, exchange, the means to do something, the cause, that's por. So I live because of God, that's cause. Vivo por Dios. I'll stop by and do. By is always por. Is approximation, proximity, around, so that's por. Pasaré por, and you give it to him for $2. That's exchange. You give it this for that. So dáselo por $2. Another important vocab item in the tema is this document here that you see. It's a very important document for job applications. It's called, in English, the CV or the resume. We call it curriculum vitae, or more commonly, el currículo. It has 3 major sections: datos personales, personal information, name, birth date, birthplace, address. Then formación académica, your schooling, and your job experience, or experiencia profesional. These are the 3 major sections. The other 3, idiomas, languages, informática, computer knowledge, and referencias, references, is their secondary section. I want to ask you different questions about this CV of this person. I want to ask you, ¿cómo se llama la candidata al puesto? What do we call the candidate to the post, or what's her name? What is the name of the candidate to this position, or the applicant? ¿Cuántos años tiene? How many years does she have, literally, meaning how old is she? ¿De dónde es originalmente? From where is she originally? Where is she from originally? And then, ¿dónde vive ahora? Where does she live now? Number 4, ¿en qué año se graduó? In what year she graduated? 5, ¿qué idiomas sabe hablar? What languages does she know to speak? Does she know how to speak? That's the way we say it in Spanish. In English, we say, what languages can she speak? We say she knows to speak, or how to speak, or to write, or to read. 6, ¿qué software sabe usar? What software does she know how to use? So let's ask those questions now based on this currículo. ¿Cómo se llama la candidata? ¿Cómo se llama? Also, you could ask, ¿cuál es el nombre de la candidata? which is or what is the name of the candidate. Try to answer the question yourself and then listen to my answer. Se llama Ana. Se llama Ana. El nombre de la candidata es Ana. We have also last names. We have the first name and we have, in this case, two last names. And we know that because we have an S in the word apellido, last name. So it should be more than one. Hispanics could have two last names. Typically, they do have two last names. The first last name is the mother's last name. The second is the father's last name. So her first last name is Guzmán and then Contreras. So el apellido de la candidata es Guzmán Contreras. O el apellido de Ana es Guzmán Contreras. El apellido del profesor de español es Prieto. ¿Cuántos años tiene Ana? ¿Cuántos años tiene? So you look at the year when she was born and you make your calculations. She was born in 1985, so she should be 29 years old. So we're going to say that. Ana tiene 29 años. Ana tiene 29 años. Literally, she has 29 years. That's how we tell age in Spanish. Another question could be, when was she born? That should be preterite because being born is one-time event in the past. So, ¿cuándo nació Ana? ¿Cuándo nació Ana? Ana nació el 14 de agosto de 1985. We don't say 1985, we say 1995. 1985. ¿De dónde es Ana? ¿De dónde es? Ana es de Monterrey, Nuevo León, México. We could also ask where she was born. What is her birth place? ¿Dónde nació Ana? Ana nació en México. Or literally, what is the place of birth of Ana? ¿Cuál es el lugar de nacimiento de Ana? El lugar de nacimiento de Ana es Monterrey, México. ¿Dónde vive ahora? ¿Dónde vive Ana? O ¿cuál es la dirección de Ana? Ana vive en Calle Morales, 214, Saltillo, Coahuila. ¿En qué año se graduó Ana de la universidad? ¿En qué año se graduó Ana? Ana se graduó en 2007. Ana se graduó el 2007. ¿Qué idiomas sabe Ana? Ana sabe inglés y francés. ¿Sabe informática Ana? ¿O sabe de computadoras? Sí. Ana sabe Microsoft, Excel, Photoshop, etc. Another topic in job search contexts is factors of motivation. What could motivate you to get a job here or there? Salary. Beneficios, the benefits such as seguro médico, medical insurance, vacaciones pagas, paid vacation, jubilación, retirement benefits. Compatibilidad con compañeros o supervisores, compatibility with workmates, boss, etc. Oportunidad de viajar. Are there opportunities for either traveling or professional development, desarrollo profesional, or to be creative, de ser creativo? So if I ask you, ¿cuál es el factor de motivación más importante para ti? What is of all of these, what is a factor of motivation that is the most important for you? Let's say for me, the salary. So, para mí, el factor de motivación más importante es el salario. And the least important is to be creative. So, el factor de motivación menos importante para mí es la oportunidad de ser creativo. Now stop here, pause the video, and do exercises 11.5 and 11.10, and come back and I'll give you the answers. Respuestas, the answers, responses to these exercises. 11.5. Número 1. Tener. Don't forget the preposition de is there before the blank, so do not conjugate verbs after prepositions. So it should be tener, the infinitive. Número 2. Pague. It should be subjunctive because Steve, the person that we referred to in this exercise, is talking about his future, so he will not move on until he pays his debts. The paying is hypothetical. It might never happen, so that's why it's subjunctive. Pague. He will not do something else until he knows where to live. Hasta que sepa. So it's the irregular subjunctive of saber. It should be subjunctive for the same reason. And then he will not do that until he finds. Hasta que encuentre. Número 4, another hypothetical situation. Número 5, graduarse should be in the infinitive because of the de preposition again. And then terminar, to finish, should be in subjunctive because it again is hypothetical. Termine, and the same thing for number 6. Haga, the verb hacer, in subjunctive. Don't forget e to a is the basic rule for subjunctive. E to a to e, like termine, encuentre, pague. And you have the regular verbs like G verbs like haga, then it should be haga. For 11.10, para should be for numbers 1, 6, 7, and 8, and also the first blank of number 9, because all of them imply a purpose to do something, a goal, a destination. And por for the rest, because they imply means, they imply direction, exchange. Check them up and make sure you understand why should be one or the other. That's it, guys. Gracias por tu atención. Chao.